Hopefully you won't need this, but Dispel Evil and Good.
Good Lord, protect and watch over me, as a shepherd watches over his flock.
Fifth level Abjuration, casting time of 1 action, range of self. Components verbal somatic material, holy water, or powdered silver and iron. Duration, concentration, up to 1 minute. Shimmering energy surrounds and protects you from Fae, undead, and creatures originating from beyond the material plane. For the duration, celestials, elementals, Fae, fiends, and undead have disadvantage on attack rolls against you. You can end the spell early by using either of the following special functions. Break enchantment. As your action, you can touch a creature you can reach with that is charmed, frightened, or possessed by a celestial, an elemental, a fae, a fiend, or an undead. The creature you touch is no longer charmed, frightened, or possessed by such creatures. Dismissal. As your action, make a melee spell attack against a celestial, an elemental, a fae, fiend, or an undead. You can reach. On a hit, you attempt to drive the creature back to its home plane. The creature must succeed on a Christmas saving throw or be sent back to its home plane, if it isn't there already. If they aren't on their home plane, undead are sent to the Shadowfell, and fae are sent to the Feywild. Okay. That last sentence threw me through a loop, but I get what it means now. Now, if you were to ask me, what hurts this spell the most? Concentration, 1 minute, and on top of that, 5th level. However, something in its favor is, when you have this on you, you have the equivalent of Blur against a wide variety of enemies. Issue is, you could also just cast Blur. Both are concentration. If you don't have access to Blur, then alright. The thing that's in its advantage is the fact that you can end the spell early by triggering one of its other effects, which is Break Enchantment, which does more than just enchantment. Stops charmed, frightened, and possessed, but just simply a touch, which depending on your game, how often possession comes up, or those other two things, can be really good. And then Dismissal, which honestly is a thing in its favor. And then Dismissal, which is a slightly higher level worth of Banishment baked into it, which also now requires a melee attack, but not dealing damage like Banishing Smite. The only thing in advantage that you wouldn't just be casting Banishment with is the fact that when you use it with this feature, if it fails, it's just gone, no concentration, whereas Banishment, you still have to concentrate. But also this one's a melee spell attack that doesn't give you additional damage to push them over the edge, to then also instantly leave. This is a mix of Blur, Banishment, and Counter Charm to an extent. Or Dispel against certain effects. 5th level, I just feel hurts this one. If it was 4th, because it has the chance to instantly banish, just like, I guess that's why it's 5th level, is it can do what Banishment does, but pushed up and doesn't require concentration for the full effect. But also that, you have to be in the range of melee, and it ends and you toss up the other effects. The fact is concentration is just what hurts for me. Because those two other spell effects feel like things that should be instantaneous. Or they are already done by lower level spells that are instantaneous. Such as Dispel Magic or just casting Banishment without, so you don't have to spend a 5th level spell slot. Because the moment you use one of these other features and effects, you lose the other effect of the spell, which is all these creatures have disadvantage against you. So why not just cast Banishment? That way you can also stay at a range. The fact that the two features which can be accommodated by other lower level spells also ends the only other feature this spell gives you while you have to hold concentration on it. It just isn't that good. 4 out of 10. The spell slot it's at and the ending of the... There's just other spells that just better suited in the situation that it's particularly good in.